With everything you know now, what would you have said to yourself?
Believe in yourself and listen to what the person is saying, because sometimes they are actually giving you information that is important or useful to you in your clinical management, and let them talk. Just let them talk. If they've given you lots of information, just acknowledge that. We worry about getting everything out in 6 minutes. Sometimes you can't. I mean, I still recall I had 3 cases out of my 12 on the exam day that I have absolutely no clue. I had absolutely no clue what to do, what's going on, because we are so diagnosis focused. We are so pathology, treatment focused that, we fail to listen to what the person is saying. And a lot of these cases, there was nothing medical. It was either an ethical thing, or it was a situation that the person was just wanting to share, and they were just wanting to explore what support was available. So there's no tablet, there's no medication, there's no side effect to talk about. So it's about going with an open mind.
You want to make sure that your management is not doctor driven, because it's a little bit too much about what you're going to do, and we need to think about whether the parents' agenda have been addressed. We've got this doctor's hat all the time. We're just thinking about the biomedical, the disease. Sometimes it really helps to take a step back, take the doctor's hat off, put the patient's hat, and see things from the perspective of the patient. And it just unlock different path, and you find that the consultation goes better because you're actually solving the problem that the patient is coming with, rather than just pushing the doctor's agenda.
Yeah. And sometimes if you are suspecting something, you've acknowledged what the person has said from their eyes and everything. And it doesn't hurt to say, from all of what you're saying, I've got a thought about potentially this. Have you come across this? Have you heard of this? Has anyone mentioned this to you? It's very interesting how hidden agendas also come out, because sometimes they won't give you everything, but if something is very obvious that, in this case, you need to be thinking of this, but they're actually worried about that. It's all about, how you bring that in, but also acknowledging that, because, patients think, something that definitely is unlikely to have a link with the symptoms, but they are telling you, but I think it's because of this and this that I've got this, and full well there's absolutely no link. But how do you do that, in a manner that doesn't offend the patient?
Yeah, you need to be able to discuss and show that you understand where they're coming from, and that way they will see that you're on the same side as them. So tell us about your journey. Like you had the exam, and then you had to wait, and then what happened afterwards when the result day was out?
I honestly, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it, because I knew there were so many stations. I mean, I remember the 3 that I had absolutely no clue. And then it's like you start having brain fog. And I was thinking, did I actually introduce myself in all my stations? Did I say who I was? And, you start doubting. You start doubting everything. And then, after after the exam, we used to get an email, at least one email every day from the RCGP, because, it's been really unfortunate for a lot of my colleagues on that afternoon cohort, because it wasn't, it was not their fault at all. It was just a system crash. But, interestingly, the day the result came out, it all came back again. And I was in a lot of groups, and I could see what people were talking about. And, I could tell what actually, the buttons and the things and what they clicked that actually made the system crash. And I think also because I'm not very, very friendly with IT, I just didn't touch anything on the day. I was just like, it's working. I don't want to jinx it. But the day the results came out, coming back to your question, I was very grateful for everybody, especially my mum, the coaching that you provided, a lot of the information that you had signposted. I was very, very, very grateful for that.
Well, I'm really glad that despite all the challenges that you've had, and some of them you're still going through right now, you managed to pass, and now you don't ever have to worry about this exam. If you found this video useful, then I'm sure you're going to get a lot from watching this video. Click the video to watch it. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.